Oh, what's up, Dragon Brood? Okay, today we're gonna get a little bit crazy because I have an idea. We liked playing the modified stuff, and I haven't played like Rakdos Aggro in a minute. And I thought, what if there's a way we could do it with that? And this idea kind of spawns from having the Blood Sky Berserker and the other, I think it was the Jun modified list or whatever that we played. And we're just saying if there's another way we could do this. And I think y'all are going to dig this because we also get a chance to play with Shatterskull Charger. And that's a thing you don't see in a lot of lists, but this is a list where it really does work. So I'm really excited about this card. But let's hop in and take a look at what Rakdos Modified looks like. If you're looking for quality binders, sleeves, dice, deck boxes, or other supplies, be sure to check out Ultra Pro's Smoke Gray collection this month over at shop.ultrapro.com/PowrDragn and use promo code PowrDragn to save 5%. Okay, so starting at the top, we have Blood Chief's Thirst, and this isn't a surprise. You know, I keep bringing it up, but like if you want to deal with the runes decks, the mono white aggro, whatever, this card is very, very important. And it does let us kill planeswalkers if we really need to desperately, so I don't mind having it in the list. It's just a really good all-around card. Now, another card that's in here, and I'm going to be transparent here. I saw somebody else playing a Rakdos list, and they were trying this card out, and I figured I at least want to give it a go and see if it's any good. But 2 Undying Malice, and what this does is until end of turn, if the creature dies, it returns to the battlefield with the +1/+1 counter on it. Tapped. But it does give something a +1/+1, which our deck does care about, and it's actually reasonable to protect your board against stuff like a Meathook Massacre, or Doomscar, any of that, right? Now, the problem with this card is that it's not going to be any good when it's not those situations, right? Occasionally, maybe you play it because you have a creature die in combat and you get something back with a 1/1, which, it can be okay, but that's not great. But if we are worried about hitting all those sweeper decks or whatever, control decks, then this probably has some value. So we're at least going to try it out. We'll talk about it at the end of the video on if we want to keep the card or not, but I at least wanted to explain why it's even in here. Then we have 4 Kamano Faces Kakazan. Very cool. Obviously, in all these decks you're going to be playing this card. Blood Sky Berserker, like we said, this is one of the motivations to want to play this deck. Get a second spell, put 2 counters, it gains menace till end of turn. We love that. Bloodthirsty Adversary. This is kind of one way to play a second spell when you have a Blood Sky Berserker. So you want to have enough things in the yard that you can get something back, use it, boom, keep going. One of those things can be a Kami's Flare. You get to deal 3 damage to a creature. If you have a modified thing, you get to deal 2 damage to the opponent. Then we have Kalain, Reclusive Painter. Now, 4 Kalain seems like a lot, and it might be, but we do have ways to take advantage of the treasure on the following turn. We also have some things that just want to do really big things, and we'll get to that here in a second. We're playing 2 copies of Fable of the Mirror Breaker because this card's just dumb and it keeps showing up in a bunch of lists, and we keep trying it in other places. Here, we can copy a few things that can get us out of trouble, so maybe we're going to try this and see what's up. Then we have Shatterskull Charger. Now, one of the reasons this is a big deal is whenever you have something like Kalain and there's a treasure out, well, then you can play Shatterskull Charger for just 3 mana, and it comes in as a 5/4 Trample Haste, and you don't have to return it to your hand. And this is a good card, too, to have, say, like if you think a sweeper's coming next turn, you can just play it, attack for 4, it goes back to your hand, so then you have access to it for later, and possibly can even kick it as a 5-power attacker. So this card does a few things in here, so we're going to give it a go and see if it's actually any good. But we really like what it's pulling through here. Also, don't forget if you have a Kamano Faces Kakazan, the next turn you play a Shatterskull Charger, it also gets a counter. So again, you can play it for 3, and then you don't actually have to bounce it. Thundering Raiju, also very powerful if you can play this on turn 3. So, you know, we can have turns where you could turn 1, Kamano Faces Kakazan, turn 2, Kalain, turn 3, Raiju. That's actually pretty powerful. You get to attack and possibly have 3 things with counters, so you could be attacking with a 4/4 Raiju, a 2/3 Kalain, and just getting in there, putting counters on everything. Like, this is good stuff all the way around. And then we have Flame Discharge, which is a way to deal some extra damage. I don't know if it's really necessary in this list. We played it in our list and it was pretty good. And because you can deal 2 damage for 1 to a planeswalker or a creature, is actually pretty cool at instant speed. But maybe these should just be play with fires. Honestly, we'll have to come back and talk about it. Then we have 1 Hive of the Eye Tyrant, 4 Swamp, 1 Takenuma, 2 Den of the Bugbear, 6 Mountain, 1 Sekinzen, 4 Blightstep Pathway, and 4 Haunted Ridge. So this is kind of what we're lining up with today. We're going to see how this works out. Like I said, we have a few cards we're experimenting with. We're talking about Undying Malice, where you're talking about the Satyr Scroll Charger and the Flame Discharge. So we'll kind of have to come back and decide if these are worth it for what we want to do or not. But hey, we'll see. As always, we're going to play the games. At the end of the games, we'll talk about what we like or don't like about the list, and we'll have a card spotlight for you. So I'll catch you on the other side. Okay, this looks pretty good. Let's keep it. We can go turn 1 Kamano, turn 2 either of these, turn 3 this. I mean, well, let's see what we draw on 2, because that could change our opinion, right? If we end up getting something where we could play a second spell on turn 3 behind this, then maybe we want to wait. That's not particularly wait and see fodder. So let's go with this. And if they want to spend the turn killing it instead of casting something, maybe we get lucky. Otherwise, they kill this and then still play something, because they can do that in red, having some 1 mana things. I mean, they could very well play like Rabbit Battery here, get a counter. Nope, they're just going to go with a Renegade. Well, this is going to be kind of hard to kill a Renegade, all things considered. So that's not good for us. I think we're going to have to try to go to 2 spells next turn. Let's go with this. Not a great situation. I mean, we're kind of getting stonewalled by this, like, 2-4, which is probably about to be like a 4-4 or something attacking in. But we'll see. Ah, green mana. There we go. Yep, Hot Springs makes sense. I've played a version of this before. We're going to not block. And then we're going to hope. Oh, that did not work at all. That didn't work at all. All right, so we're going to discard this. I guess you know what? I'm going to get rid of both adversaries. Really hoping to draw a red land here. Okay. Oh, we picked up a Raiju, though. That's kind of big money here. How much do we think the opponent can do next turn? Let's say if they get a Halana and Elena, right? And they make Halana and Elena a 3. They put 3 counters here. That'd be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we'd be at 2. All right, I think we can live with this. And then we get rid of this thing. I mean, we could save this, actually, but then we wouldn't get the bonuses on our dude, so nah. We're all in. Who are we kidding? All right. Attack. All right, opponent's at 9. So now, even if they try to all-out attack, they have to get rid of a blocker. Plus, we've got a lot coming over. They don't even know about Raiju yet, and we have access to Hive of the Eye Tyrant. So while this started off a little bit sketchy, we might have actually got there. Let's see, though. We're about to find out. The tension is mounting. This is like when you watch those reveal shows, and or like reality shows, and they're just giving you like the false tension while they wait to give you the result. That's what this feels like. Yeah, you get to make that a 4-4. I was gonna say, we do not care there. Okay, so let's assume we turn our 2 Blood Sky Berserkers into 4-4s. And then we attack, they block the 4s. And then they take 1, 2, 3 from the Raiju, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because that'd be 2 counters. So yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. We just go ahead with Raiju. We put a counter on something, and then that's gonna do it, right? So yeah. Unless they have something special. I mean, they could gain 2 with like a... Oh, I was gonna say they have a Tameo safekeeping maybe, but nope. What do we do with this? I mean, I guess we keep it. Let's see what happens. By the way, when anybody else is online, like on Twitter or something, and you see like a celebrity you like trending, do you ever get concerned that that person might be dead? I know it's like an awful thing, but like I've seriously felt that way. I don't know what that says about me, but it's a little left up. I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's play this in the hopes we get a chance to play the Blood Sky Berserker. I almost actually just didn't do anything. Play this tapped, save this to shoot something on the next turn, and then play this plus this on 3, and then open up the door for Raiju. But that felt a little bit slow. But really, we're still hoping to draw something off the top here anyway, and this doesn't really matter. All right, Synthesizer. This is not a good sign. This is a deck that we probably will have trouble beating if it's the Rakdos Sacrifice deck. Don't think we're kind of wired for that. Okay, well, since we're not getting anything out of the black mana anyway, we'll just pass. We can at least shoot something here. Now, if they play a land and play an anvil, that's just unfortunate. The only thing we can do then is shoot the token they would make. Okay, reasonable. They do get treasure to be able to cast something still. I mean, we've really not done anything, so I can't see how we win this game. I mean, this is not where you want to be going into turn 3. Like, nothing on board, anything happening. Like, I mean, sure, we can kill this. Don't even get the bonus damage. Okay, that's a little bit of something. That's not awful. And we get to set up a big Raiju next turn, so that's cool, I guess. Alright, deck sorta came through in a weird way and still gave us the backup play we thought about on turn 1, so that's kinda neat. I don't know how I feel about that, kind of backdooring into a situation, but we'll take it. Also, if the right thing comes up, we could potentially Blood Sky Berserker and do something else, which would make us 2 big Berserkers, and then we'd have Raiju behind. So that's kind of a neat idea, too. We kind of have to see what comes off the top, though. Is our Blood Sky Berserker dead? Because I feel like the answer is yes. But even if we got, like, Berserker plus Adversary, that would be fine. I wouldn't, like, love it, because it would make us a little bit susceptible. Well, I guess we wouldn't be that susceptible to, like, a meat hook. It'd have to be pretty big. Alright, Voltage Surge. Makes sense. I would have probably done the same if I were them. Alright, well, we didn't get our other option, so I think we're going to go with this. And just say smokes if you got them. Alright. I mean, 'tis what it is. I'm gonna say, yeah, you might as well block either, unless you just really need something to sacrifice, I guess, but on their turn. I mean, knowing they're playing Voltage Surge, I probably should have just made the Raiju like a 5/5 and taken less, or tried to do less damage. I think that might have been a little bit greedy of me, honestly. Because if they have another Voltage Surge, they're going to be able to play it here and kill the Raiju. Whereas if I would have waited, they would have had a much harder time killing this. Okay. That's something. I mean, I guess now the opponent could trade both of those for a thing. Or not. I was just about to say, trade both of those, but maybe now it's trade none of those. I will admit, though, this does create a... It's not as black and white as it seems here, because... Like, if we leave this, then they could turn other things into 3/1s. However, if we leave this and they get another thing, they could... they could chump block here and still kill something. This is a little bit annoying. I'm not going to lie. It is a little bit annoying. But... I'm going to go with the better play being killing this. And then if they just chump block something here, they chump block something here. Matter of fact, I think I am going to take that opportunity to put the counter on the Raiju and just give up getting a point of damage here, because the 2/2 gets blocked. It still kills the Harvester. And if the Harvester blocks, they're likely to block a 3/3 here, a 3-power one here anyway. So that's fine. Oh, they're just getting rid of that. Oh, what does that mean? Is this... Okay. I mean, this could be meat hook for 3 or something here. Get them 3 life back. Kills off 3 of our dudes. And then we're attacking for 5, 6. So that's not going to kill them. Yeah, we're going to have to find a hasty creature. Alright. I mean, we did what we could. Like, yep, that is a blocker. That is not what we needed. Super unfortunate. But yeah, you definitely block. We lose a life. I'll hold on to this in like some weird world where maybe they have a discard spell they're enticed to play. But if we could find an adversary, we could still activate it once, get a kill spell out of the yard. That would be alright. They have no artifacts here, though. That's peculiar. Kalain. Do you help us at all? I mean, this just comes down to how much we believe they potentially have another Voltage Surge, right? Because if we think they have a Voltage Surge, we have to put the counter on the Raiju so it's a 7, so they can't kill it. We do give up a point of damage, but I think it's what we got to do. It's not worth the gamble otherwise. And we know Voltage Surge is one of the best removal cards they have in those decks, so it's likely they're playing a full set. Alright. Now, if we can get something, another haste creature or something takes advantage of these treasure tokens, the Shatterskull Giant would be cool. Alright, that's it. Whew. This hand is not good. We're going to mulligan this one. Oh, maybe I should have kept what I had. Oh, no. Alright, mulligan again. Yep, this is going to be a rough one, folks. This is going to be a rough one. Yeah. Let's hope for the best off the top, because I don't know what we're going to do. What are the odds we get a 2-mana thing, a 3-mana thing, and then a land in that order? That would be pretty nice. I don't think it's going to happen. And it definitely did not. My expectations were most definitely met. Oh, come on. I need something on 3 at least, deck. Oh, well, you're a thing. I gotta remember, I gotta be more specific with these deck requests. Alright, well, we're not gonna get anything on that Bloodsky Berserker for a couple of turns at least. We will have a Thundering Raiju. I don't know if that does enough or not. There's a Scoot Swarm, and we're not going to do anything to stop the opponent Scoot Swarming, sadly. Put the counter there, get a point. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if they don't block. There's a chance, though, they'll probably just wait and get 2 blockers next turn, putting some lands into play and such. Because you're probably putting 1 into play and then search for another. That gives you 3 blockers. Yep, Quandrich Cultivator. That's a good blocker. That'll do some work. Question is, can we do enough in the meantime? I don't know if we can. You're not attacking here, opponent. Don't be silly. Like, we both know you're not attacking. Ooh, being able to kill a Scoot Swarm, though, is kind of nice. Okay, we do have an issue here, though. Is if we think they have a Fading Hope, what can we really do here? Because we can't attack with... Well, hold on. Can we attack with this? If we attack with this, they're just double blocking or whatever, right? That doesn't make any sense. Alright. So this is what we do. Try to force some bad blocks on the opponent. Okay, I think we can live with that. And here's hoping this works. Oh, it did. Alright, cool. That was unexpected. Alright. Well, now this doesn't look as bad. And they still have 6 mana. There's a lot of things blue-green decks can do with 6 mana. But now we can guarantee, if we want to, we can guarantee at least 2 damage from just counters. Put a counter on our Den of the Bugbear with the Thundering Raiju. Then we can get in there for... Boy, Raiju gets blocked. Actually, it'd only be 3, so we wouldn't quite get there yet. Oh, you're going to tap down our Raiju. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Do we have another Raiju, maybe? No, we don't have another Raiju. Oh, so what's the goal here? Just attack the opponent for 3 and put them at 3? Lose our land? Maybe get lucky and find an adversary or some such? I think that's what we got to do. I mean, we kind of... Sadly, even though Tamiyo is going to be annoying us, we kind of have to ignore Tamiyo. I mean, the opponent's low enough that we just can't afford to do anything else. Alright. Let's see if we can find another Raiju or if we can find an adversary. Both of those are pretty good here. I mean, if this is Coma, this kind of sucks. I mean, it's going to be really difficult. Okay, it wasn't Coma. But I think we're still on the same... Well, not even on the same outs anymore. Now we're just... No, we actually can't even win with the Raiju. Actually, no, Raiju would still be good, right? Because they block the Raiju, take 2, and then take 1 from the token. Alright. That is not that, however. So we're just going to pass. Looks like we finally got a loss here. Yep. Now we have to find a way to get direct damage in, and I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. We literally have to top deck back to back here. That's the only way this is going to work. The opponent's opening the door unless they have an instant speed removal card, which they might. This is a little late. But does it do enough of anything? It does trample. So that's a thing. I mean, I guess we just play it. If they have a removal card, they have a removal card, right? I mean, because we can't really do anything about it. I mean, it's all we can do. It dies, it dies. I mean, if they block with Chariot, they're only taking 2 and they go to 1. Okay, Baleful Mastery, they gave us a card, but it's not a card we can use. Oh, so sick. So sick. Oh, man, they even gave us an extra card and we can't take advantage of it. We've drawn dead for too many turns.
Contains the blueprints of the future.
Yeah, I don't know what we can do to get out of this now with the opponent at 3. It's just barely out of reach, I think. Yeah, that's all fine and good. It doesn't really change much for us, unfortunately. I wish that weren't the case, but... the opponent opened the door. They must have another removal card. I don't think I can assume here. But we'll see. I think now I need an adversary, though, to even give us a shot. Unless they just play... If they play another creature here, I don't think we have an out that lets us win. Oh yeah, now for sure we can't win. Because adversary is not going to do enough. Like, with what's in the yard, we can only deal 3 to something. Oh, yeah, you get this. You don't even need it, opponent. You're going to kill me anyway. Actually, wait. If we get... I was thinking if we get exactly Adversary, we would have been able to kill one of these, deal 2, and then one of these would have got... Okay, so we still had outs. Unfortunately, we didn't draw any. GG's. We're dead. That's not going to get us there. We can kill something, and then everything else gets blocked. We just drew dead for too many turns. This isn't great, but it's not bad enough to throw away, so we're going to keep it. Ugh, now it's actually pretty bad. Like, drawing another Thundering Raiju is not what we want there. Not even a little bit. Alright, opponent gets the hand without a lot of value, though, so that's some good news. Alright, let's do this. Let's put this on red. Let's shoot this. Just so they have less to sacrifice and whatnot. And then next turn, I think we're going to Blood Sky and try to pick off the other one. And then see what we can do after that. I think is going to be the game plan. Okay. That's pretty good. They've already played their land for the turn, so that opens the door for what we want to do here. Now, if we can find a land, that would be supremely helpful. But we'll see. Yep. Sciences make sense. All right. Well, you know, the other thing, too, that's kind of neat about Shatterskull Charger is because you can cast it and not have to worry about it getting swept away if you think that's what's going to happen the following turn. So that's actually kind of neat. I want to make this into a 4/4. I mean, this protects it from a meat hook here. And we'll see what they do. I mean, okay, get to meat hook one of them. Though, sadly, this means we now have to... Now, this is what I was talking about, right? Like, we could do this and bounce it if we really wanted to. So it's protected from, like, a sweeper or something next turn. But I think we're going to do this. Because if we draw land, we get a little more value out of that. I'm going to go ahead and make this a 5. Again, playing to protect it from meat hook, potentially. Alright, so now if we get a land, and they do sweep the board, maybe we can get in for 5 next turn. But we'll see. We're living on these Raijus pretty hard right now. Okay, cool. That's it. Alright, let's keep. Not sure how we're going to beat that, but let's try to find out. Now, yeah, we'll go ahead and play this. Because there are some possibilities here where we can play this, just shoot something, because it'll get the counters before this resolves. Speaking of, there's something we'll be able to shoot, hopefully. Surprised the opponent didn't threaten to attack there, because this having Death Touch means I'm not very inclined to attack into them. Okay, what's the play here? If we want to hold on to Treasure, we probably want to wait, because then we could fire this off with one more mana from one of these. So let's not use Treasure Arena. I understand. Why do I feel like lately Arena wants to use Treasure when I don't, and when I do, it doesn't? It's hard for the auto-tapper to understand some things. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and use this. We're going to pay 0, targeting here. And this should work the way I want. Target this. Oh, it didn't deal any. Dang it. I thought it was going to do it, but I guess it sets it when you cast it. Yeah. So that's unfortunate. It didn't do what I wanted it to do. Yep, live and learn. Now we know. Alright, whatever it was, they left it on top. Another adventurer. Okay. Well, this works anyway. A little better than what we wanted anyway. Let's go with this. So this would be much bigger. We'll auto pay. Then we'll go ahead and use that. And we'll target one of these. And then we'll attack for lots many. Alright, and we still get the option of playing 2 spells next turn. Golly, they drew all the adventurers. My goodness. Literally drew all the adventurers. What the hell? What? Okay then, bruh. Just, it is what it is, I guess. I mean, smoke them if you got them, I guess. I mean, jeez. Alright, so what I think I want to do here is attack first. Opponent can split their blocks or do whatever they want to do here. We'll do this so we can keep the bigger thing. Alright. And now if we get a land, we can then replay a Kami's Flare. I didn't get a land, but this isn't bad either. Though we get to play both of these, so that's pretty sweet. I'm not opposed to this. And then just have the Shatter Skull Charger as backup fuel. Yep, there you go. Nah, you know, this isn't all that flashy, but we're going to keep it. Probably just adversary and then try to tramp. Well, never mind. We might try to kill something here first. Had other plans, but let's go with this. Now, admittedly, I could save it and see if they just got the 3/3 here, but meh. Turns out they didn't have it, so we got a little lucky. Let's go with this duder. Yeah. I don't want to even ask you if you want to play kicker when you don't have the mana. It just seems silly. Alright, it's a big 4-ball. Goes back to our hand. Probably troll, which I'm assuming is why you kept this hand. Or I guess it's maybe not troll. It could have also been just the mammoth. Would have made sense too. Alright, Ascendant Pack Lidor. Now we do have a choice here to just play Raiju, or play this, or just cast both of these. I think all of those are relevant choices, actually. But what I think we're going to do is go with this. Man, Raiju's very tempting, but I don't want to get caught up in a fight spell situation or whatever. So let's just pass and see what the opponent wants to do. We're really just using the Bloodthirst Adversary as bait here. I'm actually hoping they try to Blood on the Snow using their 3/3. They're not, though. They're going to use it on the smaller one because they're smart. Now do we try to save our Bloodthirsty Adversary, or do we shoot the 3/3? Alright. They already had a way to protect it, too. Yep, we were doomed from the start. Oh, they didn't have it. That was a weird pause. I thought they might have. Oh, they have another one? Okay, that's fine. We can accept that. Like, if you just have multiples, then, like, sure. And we're going to be mad about that. That's just a thing that has to happen, unfortunately. Ooh, boy. That would have been neat. Okay. Then I guess this is where we're at. Opponent's at 12. And they know what's in our hand. At least as far as Shadow Skull Charger. But we don't have another land for it. However, we can play it alongside the Raiju and then put a counter on it from the Raiju. So, that's a thing. Ugh, that sucks. Yep. Yep. That's not good. This ain't bad, but that ain't good. So what's the best plan here? Whatever creature we get comes back tapped. I mean, we could make one of these a 5/5, make the others just a 4, and then we could shoot the other one. I mean, I guess we gotta try. It's our only out, really. I mean, this is kind of all we got, right? Question is, do I just want to put the counter on the Raiju? I think that's the only way we could potentially win, though, right? I mean, yeah, we can't win this. We can't win. There's no real out here for us. Yeah, the opponent just has to not block here and we lose. Like, they would force us to have another creature. Well, I mean, they gave us an opportunity. Unfortunately, this only gets the 1/1 after it comes back, so that's not going to help us. Alright. I mean, it's possible we could have done the counter the other way, but then I figured they would, like, double block or something. Maybe I overthought it. But either way, we're going to go to 1. Unless they have a way to pump their creature here. Inscription kills us. Alright. We're at a hole 1. Do we get anything that kills their creature? That is not gonna do it. Yeah, that's kind of bad. This is a bit late. Yeah, all we can. That's exactly all we. Oh, well, never mind. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang it! Almost enough. We're 1 short. If we'd had this the turn before. All right, opponent's got us. Dang it. We'll keep this. All right, let's lead with this. Ooh, Luminar Gas Prince. Okay. Well, the good news is that's something we can get rid of next turn. Question here is, though, do we want to play... I think we play this first and attack so we can get in for 3. If they remove it or not, we don't really care. We'll play this and Blood Chief's Thirst that next turn. And this is less likely to be susceptible to burn spells that they might be playing, as opposed to this just being a 2/2 and would die to just about everything we could think of. Though we do need a red land here at some point, or this is going to get very ugly. And we are not going to be happy about that. There we go. That's what we were looking for. We'll go ahead and kill this. And then we're going to get in there. Alright, and with Kaiju on deck, this is looking pretty good. Cathar does get to get something. Probably the bloody Scott. Yep, makes sense. Ooh, back-to-back Raijus. We like this. We like those. Yep, that'll do it. Mulligan. This is much better. Alright. Let's see what this leads to. Okay. Well, I guess this is going to get countered. Nope, it did not. Interesting. Alright, so we have a Kalane, but what are we going to get to do with it, if anything? My opponent's already checking out our lands? They're not doing anything. I guess the opponent just wants to counter some stuff? Well, we're definitely not going to try to sneak that through right now. I think we're going to be definitely much more patient than that. So let's just attack. Sure. You got it. And then I'm just gonna not like that arena. We're just gonna cast this. Now, admittedly, they're probably just gonna leave mana open and Wandering Emperor or something next turn, but like, if they do, they do. We can't do anything about it. Oh, they want to saw it coming now. Okay. Reasonable. I mean, kind of makes sense. If you're gonna play Wandering Emperor here anyway and stop our next thing, kind of makes sense. Oh, but they didn't get an extra land. So now we have to decide, why did they keep the hand? Can't get to a fourth land. Okay. Not yet, Arena. We go with this. See if this gets countered. No. See if this gets countered. Alright, try to attack for 3. I mean, if any of these get bounced, we're not too upset. Alright. End the turn. And borrowed time, alright. It's not bad to see that. Sure. Pass. Draw. Not what we wanted to see. Though, I don't hate having a Thundering Raiju here, if we're being completely honest. Mostly because I do like the idea that we could have a Malice up in case they do Doomscar. We can put a counter on the Raiju. We can put a counter on another creature. So, yeah, let's do that. Actually, what if I just use the treasure here? I'm just thinking, like, we can activate the... Yeah. Let's do it. Let's get as much damage as we can here. Go to attack. Now I'm going to put a counter on this one. All right. Okay, so here's what we're hoping for. They tap out to Doomscar, which I don't think they will, because they would have well, maybe they wouldn't have foretold it. Who knows? And then we can save the Raiju. Oh yeah, opponent's dead now then. Because even if they just have a Fading Hope, we can just attack with this, and that's 6, 7, 8. Yeah, the creature lands are going to get us out of trouble here. Yep. Our opponent's using the name Easy, but I'm pretty sure they're not gonna be. Just getting that vibe for some reason. Okay. Thalia. Well, good thing is my spells are fairly cheap. Alright. I'm gonna get rid of our Kalane. Nope, they're just gonna have an Adeline of their own. Good news is, Kalane keeps Thalia at bay. Do we just do this and attack for 5? Yeah, can't really think of a good reason not to. I mean, they're probably just going to exile it here anyway, but fact of the matter, still got to try. Oh, not if they have an intrepid adversary, though. That's pretty good. We'll just block this. And then we get to kill a thing. Deal bonus damage. And attack with this. Put a counter. Actually, we can attack with this as well and put a counter. They just block it, though. Let's at least just put a counter here for now. Okay, what do we got? Raiju's trying to do all the work. He's putting the team on his back. Don't know if it's enough. Currently, we can attack with Raiju and do 2, and 2 would get through. That's only 4. Just not quite going to get us where we want to go. Think this is what we're doing? Another Thalia? Yeah, I'm not sure how they expected us to block. Maybe they thought we might try to double block Adeline or something? Okay, that's fair. They're gonna get a 7 and we lose our Raiju. Yep, unfortunately, this just means when a creature dies and that exiles, so this doesn't do anything. We're just gonna draw another one, right? That's the game plan. Oh, that's not even close to drawing another one. Oh boy, what do we do? What do we do? What is the plan here? Alright. Guess this is all we can do. Oh, they have another Wandering Emperor. Gosh dang it. Oh, that sucks. That sucks so much. Yep, we needed one of our other threats. Maybe even a adversary could have let us replay the Kami's Flare would have been cool. But I think we're just in a bad spot now. I don't know. We'll see. Opponents, I'm assuming you're going to attack. You get in for 3. Yep. So that's a given. And then what? Brutal Cathar. Okay. That makes sense. Oh, and an Initiate. Wow. Ooh. Does this do enough? This is a really intriguing situation because we get the treasure. We can play it with kicker, right? Because we had 1, 2, 3, 4 plus the treasure is 5. So this would be a 6. The opponent would have to block with Adeline to not... Well, not necessarily. All right. Well, it leaves us with 2 blockers, though. So, I mean, we got to do what we got to do. Kick it up. Attack. Actually, do we attack with both? Because they block here. They could just take 4. Nah, that's fine. We don't want to risk it. I mean, if they have another thing that kills a creature, we just die next turn anyway. Because Adeline's going to make another token. Like, we just don't have a choice. This feels like they don't, though, because in this case, yeah, exactly. You just go to 1, remove my creature, and kill me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it'd be exactly 6. Even if I block Adeline, right? Or, hell, their own adversary. Like, a bunch of things are better here. I wish we'd have had an adversary last turn. Would have been a good top deck. I mean, does this mean they can't remove a creature? Okay, Thalia. That's another blocker. That's relevant. Okay. 2, 4, 5. And nothing. So we attack with both and see what happens. I mean, the Shadow Skull Sharded just has to trample for 1. All right. I guess that's it. Wow, what a good one. Wow. All right, we'll keep it. This gives all kinds of options here, so we definitely like this hand. We get to play a Kalane with a 1/1 on it, and then we can Shatter Skull smashing for a bunch. Like, sadly, that's going to come into play tap, but that's all right. You know what? I might even just do this, because we're going to get the 1/1 anyway playing that next turn. We don't get the bone. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I can't justify to myself not doing it. The only thing that would have been any better would be like drawing a, I don't know, maybe a Raiju, but we're not going to cast Raiju there anyway. All right. Let's try and see if this works. I'm getting in there for lots. And if they got kill spells, they got kill spells. We still get to attack for 4 next turn. Oh, that go blank was real. Like, losing a creature land in this fight is legit. But opponent's also going to take 9 here. All right. That was a quick one. Well, all right. That actually passed the test with flying colors, so that was pretty cool. The downside is the test cards really didn't do much in those games. Now, that's not true. Shadow Skull Charger really... this was the deck. Like, we've been finding a spot for it. This is the one. But the Undying Malice, not really that good. The Flame Discharge, I think, is just situational. We still could have used it. However, I think I like the idea of replacing those with 2 Play with Fire and 2 copies of either Rabid Battery or the Lizard Blades. I think either of those would be pretty good in this list. So I'd like to try both of those out and see what we could do with them. But other than that, I don't think I want to make too many changes. Like, all the cards were pretty clutch. We had a couple of games, I think a couple of our losses. One of them we just drew really badly, you know, several lands in a row or whatever, and that happens. But yeah, overall, the deck felt like it still had opportunity. Even late game, you know, we had several situations where I felt we could top deck and draw out of it, and we just missed. So yeah, that's what you want, right? And a card like, I mean, they had games that were finished very quickly. Like, even with the opponent doing stuff, we still were able to just close the clock really fast. So that's what you want out of a big Rakdos beatdown deck. So yeah, if you want to give this one a go, I think you're going to enjoy it. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Bedevil. It's actually, I guess, has a handful of reprintings, but the cool thing about this card is that it's actually very good and very versatile, being able to destroy a creature or a planeswalker or an artifact, but it actually never really got played, if you can believe that. Like, this is a card that got a little bit of play, even as an instant. I mean, it does have 3 colored mana in it, but the versatility in it is so good. I would absolutely play that today if it was available for this list. But yeah, sometimes it just matters. Some cards just end up in the wrong metagame where, you know, their benefits can't really be shown or utilized, and it's just unfortunate. Sometimes some cards are before their time, I guess. But yeah, cool card if you want to find one and add it to your commander deck, or even just, I guess, your pioneer or whatever. Go for it. These are pretty cheap. You can find them between $1 and $1.50 out there. Now, as always, if you want to get today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, along with links for our Facebook gaming page, our Twitch streams, and our Discords if you want to come by and say, hey, especially with New Capenna coming around, if you want to get help with stuff. And if you'd be so kind, remember to check out the join button, and you can support the channel for as little as 99 cents. But even if you don't want to do that, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, notification bell, all that good stuff. Just remember to choose all notifications so you don't miss any of the videos we have coming out, because we will be putting out a lot of deck lists for New Capenna, as well as doing a live stream on Tuesday during the early release event. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.